Okay then. Right. Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to yet another video. It is Ross here. I just want to say, before this all kicks off, I'm going to be doing Twitch Plays Earth very, very soon. So if you want to follow me on Twitter and Twitch and all that so you get notified. If you don't know what it is, basically I just let chat commands decide all the spells that are used in my games. It's a lot of fun. Also, the RP giveaway is ending very, very soon. It's got like another day on it. So if you want to get on that, get on it now. And also, if you're excited for this video, I'm gonna beg for likes. I'm sorry, I'm just gonna do it. But anyway, today, guys, we are gonna be playing probably one of the most annoying builds I've ever come into play. Now, a while back, I did a video, and then some other people did a video. Like Magikarp Use Fly also did a video on this build, and then I thought that was the end of it until I was playing a ranked game, playing Pantheon, and I ended up coming up against this particular build, and it was not a lot of fun. I'm just gonna say, I did not have a lot of fun against it. I was playing Pantheon against this creature that is full tank Veigar, and it was pretty awful. It was pretty not fun to play against. And basically the basis behind it is, right, so what we're going to be doing is we are going to be going for we're going to be going for a Rod of Ages first item, just so we can get ourselves some health, as well as like so we can actually maintain ourselves a little bit in the HP department and the AP department. And then after that, we're probably going to be going for a Frozen Heart. And let's get some stacks off of that. But obviously, if you don't know what Veigar does, and I'd be very surprised if you don't, because you're a smart guy, you know. Veigar, when he hits abilities onto enemy champions, he actually gets stacks of AP. So he doesn't actually necessarily need to build AP to be able to do a lot of damage. So that is the whole basis behind this. And will it work or will it not is a different thing. I need to obviously be able to farm pretty decently. I am obviously not the best at that either, but I'm going to give it the old college try. Also just going to be trying to harass as much as possible. Actually doing a decent amount of damage, has got to be said. And Jax probably could have like gone in on me pretty hard there, but decided not to, which is interesting. I'm probably making myself a huge target for like ganks and stuff, but I think, you know, if I play smart enough, I should be okay. The jungler is... Wait, it's supposed to be Kha'Zix, but he hasn't actually taken Smite. So that's interesting. But yeah, so we're going to be going Frozen Heart after we get ourselves a Rod of Ages, which we are well on our way towards finishing that Catalyst. After that, we want to go for... I think maybe like possibly like a Warmogs, or we could... I think maybe like ZZ Rock might potentially... It might potentially give us some cooldown reduction as well. I cannot remember. I will need to double check on that one. But... yeah, I'm wondering what the potential is for damage as well as how tanky we can be. So obviously they have a pretty heavily stacked team in terms of having. Oh, actually, you know what? I'm in a little bit of trouble here. Just gonna flash. Not worth risking here. Yeah, so they have a pretty heavy team in terms of like armor and in terms of like AD and stuff. So I think building the Frozen Mallet. Sorry, not the Frozen Mallet. The Frozen Heart. Probably gonna be a good call. And if there's any other armor items that I can pick up off the top of my head that I can maybe get some cooldown off of. Zonya's Hourglass actually would not be a bad shot at all either. Although, to be fair, I guess it's technically not building tank because, you know, it's obviously like it's a thing that plenty of Veigar players would do anyway. It's not uncommon. I just placed a word. It's not uncommon for Veigar players to actually build as Zonya's. So I don't know if it's necessarily going full tank. And I don't know if this is necessarily a full tank build more than it is just a tank build. Like, you can't sit there and say, oh, Ross, you didn't build tank when I'm about to build potentially a Frozen Mallet and a Warmogs. I'm missing stacks here though. It's gotta be said. I've only got 21 stacks. So we gotta work on that a little bit more. I've just been focusing on harassment a little bit more than I should be on farming. In terms of like CS though, we're still ahead, so it's not exactly like the biggest deal in the world. So there's a very good chance this is going to be a rough couple of this is going to be a rough early game potentially. I feel like it's going to be a little bit of a struggle early on, just trying to maintain myself against the Jax, because obviously he has a really strong all-in. Veigar, obviously I have my E to like back myself up, but at the end of the day, like if Jax wants to flash on top of me and start bringing the thunder, there's not a tremendous amount I can do about it. In fact, even going close to him like this is kind of risky, in all honesty. But once we get a couple items, once we get things underway, once we start building that Frozen Heart, and, you know, once we finish our Rod of Ages, which is a pretty big early investment as well, it's got to be said, things will start to look up, and that is what I am aiming for. I'm just going to go back here again. I'm back in once more. What I want to do is I just want to make sure that, like, there we go. I have the sustaining lane to be able to, like, actually stick around for a little bit longer. And I want to get a ward here as well. I want to get that pink ward. Just so that I can maybe not get ganked, although I'm not entirely certain how much Kha'Zix is going to be able to do. He's obviously not going to be able to build like that that jungle item because he's not taking smite. So he's lacking in XP as well. So his ganks are going to be like very far and few and far between. Just because he's going to be lacking like any kind of XP like bonus. So like our jungler is going to be ahead, even despite the fact that the CS difference is basically non-existent. The fact of the matter is, that jungle item, the XP difference that it has is considerable. But once we hit 45% CDR, things start to get a little bit crazy. The amount of stuns that I can drop is hilarious. It's gotta be said. See, once we hit 45%, everything is gonna be like pretty decent. The stun cooldown is gonna be far lower. It's actually kind of disgusting, in all honesty. One of the most triggering moments I had personally when I was playing against Tank Veigar was just like running down lane, trying to hit him, and then he was constantly, and I mean constantly, dropping stuns. Like from like here to like here, he must have dropped like 4 or 5 stuns, and we were just chasing this guy, and he was really low HP as well. And I was just like, me and my teammate were like so tunnel visioned on this guy, just like we gotta stop this. We gotta stop this now. We couldn't do it. It was impossible. This guy was just not dying, and he had like he had his Warmogs, and he also had his frozen heart as well. So he was just like he was so tanky. It was impossible to kill him. We're gonna go for the Event Horizon second being maxed. You know, the AP ratio doesn't change on Dark Matter, and also we just want the cooldown to be lower so that we can actually stun a little bit more. It is far more reliable source of stacks than the W is in terms of like actually hitting it. So we're gonna go for that. I don't know what we could potentially do in terms of like ganks and stuff either. I don't think there's much in the way of potential there either. Jax is kind of coming for me a little bit here. We're like still a decent chunk off of being able to get our Rod of Ages, but we're getting there. I'm a little bit off what I want to be getting in terms of like stacks, but alright, okay. I'm just gonna use that as my opportunity to back. We should be able to we shouldn't be able to miss like too many minions here, purely because I'm gonna have TP up. So we hit that. Wait for this to come back. We're gonna miss a couple of minions. That much is obvious. But we can also get ourselves a blasting wand. There we go. Now we can pick them up. So missing top lane. He actually takes a lot of damage from this as well. Oh, he got stunned twice. Does that mean to get double stacks? I wonder. Alright, we're in a good place. Honestly, if I can hit him with like maybe 1 or 2 more Qs. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Come on. Okay. I'm so dead though. Like, undeniably boned right now. Yasuo moved real quick. I mean, I don't think he moved really quick. I think I just moved really fucking slow. That was the most boosted thing ever. Just end me already, dude. Just end me already. I'm sorry, dude. I tried, but I out-predicted. I over-predicted, and I ended up being behind tower. Still got him, though. Still got him. Wasn't too bad. We're still ahead by a considerable amount. I don't even think he got an assist on me. He didn't even touch me once. Or actually, no, he did under the tower, but like, yeah. Right, so we got a Rod of Ages. Things are fantastic now. We're in a better place. Let's hit up top lane. Let's just like we can actually burst the shit out of this Jax. I need to be a little bit more careful about like diving him because I'm still Veigar. We should remember that I'm not Pantheon. I am playing Veigar. But still, yeah, we got a big fat wave coming up here, so we should be able to get a decent amount of stacks. We're almost at 100 stacks as well. 80 ability power. in like 13 minutes. Honestly, could have done better. I could have done way better on that one. But still, I'm not gonna sniff it like an extra like I'm a real Anomicon almost, or like what? Oh, what else has 80? Like a Rabadon? No wait, what has 80 fucking AP? I guess like a Rod of Ages worth of AP when it stacks finally. I'm confused. What is happening? I'm deeply, deeply confused. Are we fighting? Team fighting here? Okay, well that was not tremendously good. Still, I'm alive, which is perfect. Alright, so we have enough for a Warden's Mail and a Glacial Shroud, so we're gonna want to go for the Glacial first, because that's obviously where our cooldown reduction is gonna be living at. What else could we get after that? We could probably get like a Cloth Vest. We can maybe work towards like a Ninja Tabby or something, just because it would be decent against pretty much all. I mean, obviously Jax is mixed damage, but still, you know, we've got a lot of AD on this team, so always good. They have a really like strong late game though, so I want to start working my way towards like being able to tank them a little bit better. Because right now I'm still like fairly squishy. I do actually still do decent damage, even though I am building towards like that little bit extra, that little bit freshness. We should actually like chunk these towers. We have Rod of Ages. We got 230, 120 ability power off of just like hitting things with Qs. Messias ain't too bad. It's got to be said. I actually have been improving. I just hit plat 4. I've been like not spamming ranked, but I've been playing a lot smarter, playing a lot better in ranked, and as such, I'm actually starting to climb, which is fantastic, and nobody would expect that. Right, okay, I've got no mana, so honest to God, I don't even think it's worth sticking around for. Okay, Jax is like here. Hi, buddy. So I'm just gonna chill over here. If we can't afford the Glacial Straight, I'm just gonna finish the Ninja Tabby. If we can't afford like everything out of this, just gonna go Ninja Tabby as well. I think we can afford that. It's gonna put us behind a little bit, but it doesn't really matter too much, to be honest. So let's TP back to lane. We've got 144 armor, 15% cooldown, and we got like 250 AP, which is not too shabby. All right, we got Jax here now. I'd be willing to wager that that there's other members of the team somewhat nearby, so we should be a little bit more careful. We should, yeah, there we go. We got him coming in here. Woo! Woo! Okay then. Right. I mean, well played Sejuani for coming in. I mean, hell yeah, that was useful. Kinda sad I didn't get like any kills there, but yeah, I want this game to go on a little bit longer. Sejuani wants to push it down, whereas I want to play. I want to play with my foot a little bit here. 35% cooldown reduction off of that. What else can we pick up here? We don't actually do a lot of damage though. Like to minions and stuff. If I was playing mid and I invested that money on mid items, I would be doing so much more. But I mean, it's the beauty of this. It's the beauty of this build, isn't it? Right, so it's back off. We got 45% now. Things are looking good. Let's head back down. I mean, we're pretty much pushing onto their Nexus right now. It's I don't know. I don't think there's gonna be too much else that I can do. Actually, you know, we're getting picked up. No, oh no, we're dying. Oh no. What are we gonna do? We're in a bad spot right now. Right, so 45% cooldown, 7.7 second cooldown on my stun. 2.7 second. I mean, this is like fucking Earth pretty much. This is like Earth. This might as well be Earth with the amount of cooldown reduction we have here. I would like to see. I mean, I didn't 2v1 Yasuo and thingy there earlier. Yasuo and Jax, but I'd like to think we came fairly close to making that happen. I mean, they're coming at me 3 versus 1 here, and I'm not even backing down. Like there's no backing down happening right now. Literally 4 people had to come. The 3 of them, those 3 people could those 3 people could not fight me 3v1. They had to have Blitzcrank come to get, like, the easy pull, the easy knock-up for Yasuo to start chain CCing me. Like, they were physically unable to even mess with me there. That is actually really sick. I actually really dig that. I dig that a lot. I'm not gonna lie. That is fantastic. I love that. What I could go next, right? So I got Kennel Gym. I kind of want to push it up to. I kind of want to push it myself up to that 45%. So depending on what we can do, I can maybe go for like a Fiendish Codex, which could build into like a number of items that actually can make me tanky. So like your Zonya's Everglass, which is going to be even more armor, which I think is like actually really perfect for like this scenario. We're doing Baron. Hey, I'm just going to leave these guys to it. I'm going to go deal with Jax. I'm going to see how I can deal with Jax. And I say that I'm probably going to get like 4v1, 5v1 standards. The usual. But we'll see how it goes, honestly. They're getting picks, actually. Honest to God, this is a team that could be really scary if we let this push on too long. They have, like, massive late game potential. Alright, Kha'Zix is literally going nowhere. He is going nowhere near that ward. It's... I'm still alive. I'm playing with fire, but I'm still alive. He's running. He's running. If I don't get an assist for this, I'm gonna be upset. There we go. We got the assist on the Jax. It's fine. Everything is absolutely hunky-dory there. Alright. What have I got enough for here? Actually, no, I haven't got enough for really anything here. We've got quite a while until we actually manage to get enough money to get our Warmogs or anything like that. I don't think we're going to be... Oh, wait. There we go. Okay. We got delayed pretty hard. Alright, we got ourselves a Vayne chilling in top lane. I'm not sure what the likelihood is of me being able to kill her, especially given my health, but I'm eager. I'm interested to try, to be honest. I don't know how well that would go. Right, we almost got 400 AP. And for like retro, like to compare ourselves to anyone on the team, Heimerdinger has 264 and he's like building full AP, sorry. Like, we are undeniably... We have the most AP on the team, as well as the fact that we also are the tankiest. We have like 200 armor. I've got 3k health. Like, things are good, I'd say. I'd say things are pretty decent. They gotta be said, and we're gonna win off this as well. So yeah, it has to be said. Well, there you go. That's the game. I mean, it took 4 of them to be able to deal with me. The cooldown, 7 seconds on a massive, like what I think is probably one of the best stuns in the game. It's pretty disgusting. And yeah, I'll just give it to Suzwani because she was a jungler. I didn't really see anybody else in the game apart from her. The disgusting like levels of being able to like a huge massive stun in 7 seconds and like being able to stack to the point where like I have the highest AP on my team. Like, despite building a Warmogs and a Frozen Heart, it's nasty. It's nasty, man. It's nasty. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you did enjoy it, please feel free to slap a like on it. And if you're new as well, subscribe and also follow my Twitch and Twitter. All that stuff is in the description as well because I will be doing, what's it called? Twitch plays are very soon. I need your help for that one. So, take it easy, guys. Have a good one. See you later.